Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening to this. You're welcome back to Dear Dinyolua. How have you been? I hope you've been having a great week. I hope you've been enjoying everything all together. Well, I've been enjoying mine, I guess. All right. So we have an interesting topic before us this weekend, and it is all that glitters. All that glitters. Let's take, for example, if you have a job and it's not well paying, they are not giving you the pay you want. But then you have another job that pays well, but will be taking your peace, your time, and everything. You are not aware of that, but you know that the pay is better. And then you leave your initial job to go for this new job. Then when you get there, you see that, oh, this thing was very attractive, but it costs a price. Yeah, so that is showing to us that not everything that shines, not everything that calls for our attention is that precious. Let's take, for example, Adam and Eve. When God created them, placed them in the garden to guard and to take care of it and everything, we saw that they were having a nice time in the garden and all of that. And when the serpents came to tempt Eve, you know that if you eat this fruit, you're going to be like God, you're going to have wisdom, you're going to all of those attractive things. Eve saw it as a good opportunity to do better. I don't know. But yes, she saw it as a good opportunity to be like God. And she wanted that. So she went ahead, took the fruit, hoping to be like that. But the serpent apparently lied to her. And after everything, she told her husband to also do the same. And we know where he landed them. We know what happened afterwards. So today's episode is not going to be much of talk. But all I want to say is all that glitters really is in gold. I observed something about human nature lately is that we often chase after those things that seem like more, that seem like better. We leave our current situations for the seemingly better one, something that looks like it is better, and find that it was just a thinking, it was just something we thought, it wasn't actually better. So, if you are wondering why you would leave something that is good for you for something that looks like better but costs you a price, it is because it is in the human nature. So we need the Holy Spirit for direction. We need God to tell us, okay, this thing that you are seeing, this thing that you want to chase after is actually better and not just what you think. Just like Adam and Eve that had all they needed, God provided them with everything that they needed in the garden. But because the serpent offered them something that felt like more, they went ahead, jumped at it, and we know how the story ends. In today's world, especially on social media, it's easy to forget that all that glitters is not good. Most of us compare ourselves with people that look like they have achieved, quote and unquote. People that look like they have achieved. And their life looks so perfect online, but we don't know their struggles, we don't know their pains, we don't know their sorrows, we don't know what they are going through. People show their success, they flex their beauty, everything, but they are actually going through some things. So it's not everything be like, oh God, I beg, when I be God, when God, when will it be my turn? Kinikon. It should not be like that. There are many opportunities that lie before us, and I tell you that at every juncture of your life, every turning point of your life, there will always be things that will distract you. And the only way to go about it is with contentment and acceptance, but not settling. There's a difference between accepting what you have come into and settling for less. I don't know if you get it. If you've analyzed what you have, you've prayed to God, oh, this is perfect for you, this is good for you. And I know that God doesn't wish his children bad, but if that little you are doing is what God says that fine, this is where you're going to achieve a lot, this is where you're going to do more and everything, then you have to accept it. Okay, this is what I will be dealing with, at least for now, pending the time that something better comes. You accept, but you don't settle. Look for something better, but don't chase after it aggressively in such a way that you know that anything that comes, let me just go after it. In the end, it will just be full of frustration, regrets, and everything like that. That is why we need the wisdom of God to be disciplined enough to pause, to pray, and to discern. There's this thing about rushing. If you rush a lot, you will rush into something that will destroy you. But if you have the ability to pause, to pray to God, and the spirit of discernment, I promise you that you would almost not fall into many traps. Not everything that shines is actually worth chasing. Sometimes it just glitters, and it is just a distraction from the original thing you're looking for. The gold may actually be in your hands. The thing that you want so dearly, what you feel like, this thing is such a height, can actually be in your hands. But because of that thing that is shining, that glitters, you forget that and chase after it. So I want to encourage you to not be swayed by the things that look good on the surface, neglecting that God is the one that can actually neglecting that God is the one that can actually help you to get to that great height of yours. The wisdom of God is just what you need. The wisdom of God, the discipline to listen to the voice of God. Many of us, we forget that God speaks, and then we make assumptions. If it is good, then God can want it for me. So you chase after what you think because it is good for you. And it is not right in any way. It is not right in any way. So you need the wisdom of God to be disciplined enough to not follow everything that shines, to not follow everything that catches your eye. So I want to tell you that you should ask God. I want to admonish you to always ask God at every point of your life. God, is this what you want for me? God, can I pursue? Look at David. When they came, packed their wives, everything. David, even in that distress, went back to God, because I don't know what low is if anybody goes lower than what David and Job went through. Even in that, they did not forget God. David asked God, can I pursue? Will I overtake and will I recover all? Do you understand? So if a man going through a lot can call on God, how much more you that you are not going through a lot, but you are just confused. So there's no how you tell me that because I'm chasing after something that will be good for me and everything, then you forget to pray to God. It doesn't speak well of you as a Christian. It doesn't speak well of you as someone that is disciplined. So we should not also forget that there are some things that we chase after that are right before us in our presence, and because they are not shiny, they are not catchy, but are simple, then they are not for us. I don't know if you get that. So some of the valuable things that you chase after are wrapped in simplicity. They don't have to be loud. They don't have to be big. They don't have to sparkle. So that is everything I have for us on this episode. I want to hope and pray that the Holy Spirit helps us and directs us in every way that we need Him, in every way that we would be needing Him. So with that, we have come to the end of today's episode, and I hope that you have been reminded that everything that shines, everything that glitters is not for you and is not also good. Have a lovely weekend ahead. Make sure to enjoy it to the fullest. A happy new month to you. I wish you the very best of it, and I wish you all the successes in the world. Yeah, that's it. Bye.